Hey, welcome back to the Passive Buddies podcast. I am your host, Brian Mills, and Brandon Duff, the co-host, is sat here looking sexy as ever. And today, guys, we're going to talk about obviously something that's probably concerning a lot of people. So we're gonna strip the jokes back a little bit because it's a serious topic right now because a lot of people are concerned. Is it still the right business model to sell online with everything else that's going on in the world? Now, I know I've really set it on a downer. So, Brandon, your turn.
Yes, and that's the end of the podcast. I'm just kidding. Just want to say that yes, you said I am looking sexy, but I am trying to dress like you more. You are just so stylish. I have my gray shirt with your gray shirt, my headphones with the same color as your headphones. So I think we have a twinsy kind of going on there. But yeah, it's definitely in today's market. I mean, if you look at the recent, just the economy, we have Facebook or Meta laying off like 11,000 people, Amazon laying off 10,000 people. So a lot of companies are laying off a lot of people right now.
Twitter.
Twitter,
Twitter
Elon Musk,
Twitter.
75 people, 75%, I think it was, and all sorts of people being laid off. So it is definitely a amazing time to start making money.
It sounds crazy, that doesn't it? Because it's like, how is it like in their heads, in most people's heads, and probably would have been in my head when I first started. It's like everybody's losing their jobs. Why would we be going online to make money now? As in, like, because everyone's too scared to spend money, but it's actually the other way. People are more inclined to spend money where to help themselves out and grow a business, like to get to that next level in these times. Like these are where businesses are born, like successful businesses are born. The most money is actually made in a downturn rather than an up. And I always remember from one of my mentors, I absolutely love the woman to bits. She always said, like, a business is the only thing that can change your life in 30 days.
Right. Yeah, it's 100% true. I mean, well, I would say, yeah, because obviously you need money to take care of your needs. But definitely taking care of yourself, fitness, working out can definitely change your life too, on your mental health. So I think both of those, working on yourself and a business, is definitely just life changing. If you just put in 30 days, I mean, that's all it really takes. It's kind of insane how little time it really takes to change your life around. And people just aren't consistent. But I mean, and you're 100% like, money and fortune is made in the downturns, and with all these people being laid off, I mean, these people are experts in their field and technology and marketing and all these. I mean, sure they were let go, but doesn't they've learned from the best. So there's no reason why they can't start their own business doing the same thing that they were doing for someone else and do it for them online. They'll get much more higher pay. They'll be much more fulfilled. They can learn how to do marketing and learn how people are making it online and how people do make money online so that they can take their corporate kind of ethics, and not ethics, but like structure, and how they kind of ran their corporate business in the corporate world, and then translate it to an actual kind of creating a small business and building a online digital business, and then combine the two and do make a lot of success because they have the knowledge, and now they can teach people that knowledge. And or I mean, a great opportunity is people that are kind of starting, they can hire someone from these expert companies if they're trying to be a freelancer, and give them work and get some really good talent for pretty inexpensive because they're looking for jobs. So there is all sorts of opportunity being made in this downturn.
Yeah, and although obviously everywhere you look, guys, like it's going to sound depressing. Like every time you open the news, like if it's not like inflation, gas prices, energy prices, the war, like everywhere you look, people are just throwing depression at you, which is generally going to make you feel worse, which is then going to make you feel like you can't do it and it's just not the right time. Like all of these things, like negative energy will hold you back. You need to be able to. Well, I don't watch the news. Like I literally
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
unless it's sport. I literally don't watch it whatsoever. So it's a case of put these barriers up to protect yourself, which will then create an environment that you can then grow in this space, because it is like, it's such an easy way to, I'm saying it's such an easy way, but compared to like a brick and mortar business, it is easy, but building a business offline or online is hard. But it's such an easier way to generate cash and generate your wage replacement is so much easier online, and it's still an easier situation to be in, to create money now to replace that income that you may have lost, or you're scared of losing, or you want to replace.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it only takes 84 people, only 84 people paying you $100 a month to make a six-figure business. So if you have 84 people times 100, that's $8,400 a month, which comes out to $100,800 a year. So you have a six-figure business, and it's only 84 people paying you $100 a month. So that's pretty easy to say the least. And if you think about that, like if you make $100,000 a year, for most people, I mean, that's like kind of the gold standard. I think right now, maybe it's $30,000 a month. They whatever the flavor of the week is.
With inflation, it's probably 110,000 now.
Yeah. So whatever the flavor of the week is that people like to put up, with that money, I mean, essentially you could be really set up. And if you build it recurring, you can now take that and buy real estate. You can diversify. You have a lot more freedom. And so, yeah, it doesn't take a lot of effort to build a business, nor does it take a lot. I mean, it takes a lot of effort, but it doesn't take a lot of time. And it can take a lot of time, but to start off getting, say, at $60,000 a year and only getting a 3% increase every single year is going to take a lot longer of a time to get to $100,000, getting only a 3% increase a year versus building your own business online and giving yourself a 10% raise every single day if you want it. So if you put in the work, or 20% or 100%, it just depends on where you are. But it's much easier and much more scalable to make your own business online.
And I think obviously one thing that you said before is it takes 84 people to get paying you $100 a month for you to become a six-figure business. Now, guys, if you're looking at it, go, 84 people is a lot of people. I don't know 84 people who's going to pay me $100 a month. Facebook has what was on my presentation the other week? Was it like
8 billion?
Is it 8 billion now? Well,
I don't know.
Like I'm going to go with 2.6 billion.
I think that was right. I think that's right.
Like 2.6 billion people are on Facebook alone. Okay, and then there is over 1 million people who start a business just in the US every single year. So therefore, like if you've got over 2 billion on Facebook, 1 million of those just in the US, never mind any other countries, are looking to build or create a business each year. 84 people out of 1 million on Facebook is going to be so low in terms of your conversion. It's the opportunities out there is what I'm trying to get at. I might have said it the long way, but like if you look at the numbers who are looking to generate a business each year or start a business each year, and look at the amount of numbers you need to sell to help and support in a business opportunity, the math makes it great. It makes it an incredible time to start a business, especially when your expenses can be so low and your returns can be so high.
Yeah. And I mean, if you think about it, you're saving a bunch of money. You're not having to spend money on gas. Gas is high to travel to work. You don't have to buy new clothes for work presentations or just the normal attire for work. You can be in shorts and pajamas all day. So you're not having to dress up for work. You're not going to have
Brandon's got underneath.
I do. Not pajamas today, but and then you have, what is it? You have your time. Some people drive an hour, 2 hours to go to work. So there's another 2 hours. I mean, that's like a work day back every single week for not driving to work, if you think about it. So that's another bonus. There's so many, and then obviously the tax implications, like your tax money goes out of your 9 to 5 first, and then what you have left over is what you can spend, versus the opposite, where the business owner gets to spend as much money as they want, and then at whatever is left over, or even a negative, they can roll that over and pay less and pay no taxes. So there's all sorts of different benefits to having an online business. But you talk about there's 2.6 billion people, but you have to think that that doesn't even account for all the new people that are now deciding, I don't want to, I can't be secure working with a 9 to 5 because that's not safe. I can be let go for any reason. And just be like, peace, you're done after 6-8 years of service. And now they're like, well, I need to maybe make an online job. So that doesn't include these new people that were just let go from these tech companies that want to start an online business because they know the implications of working for someone else and how they could just be let go in an instant.
And I think, as you say, like COVID taught us one thing, didn't he? That salary that you thought was safe is not. Like that little cushy job that you think you rock up to every single day. Like I bet you every single person who listens to this podcast when that happened, if they had a job, they went, "Uh-oh." Like everybody panicked. Everybody knew that their job actually wasn't safe. And that was a huge, harsh reality for a lot of people. And some people have rode through COVID and went straight back to work and thought nothing of it. And some people have woke up and gone, actually, in order for me to be secure, in order for my family to be provided for, I need to take matters into my own hands. And that is where starting an online business today is still a great opportunity and it's still an incredible thing to do. Like even in the last few months, we've had some insane results from students. Like we've got Dustin who's done 30 sales. You've got a few others, I can't remember the names, who are literally like have nearly quitting their job based on how much money they've made online already. We've seen one in the accountability group yesterday or the day before said he's literally about 45 days in and he's halfway to quitting his job with his recurring income. I was like, wow, that's just absolutely insane. And that is with the back end of COVID, inflation, a war, and all the other negative crap that they throw at us on our TV screens, all that going on. People are still quitting their jobs. People are still building online business and people are still going for it. So if you are sat on the fence, if you are thinking, do I, don't I? Oh, it looks like a scam. Like the typical things, jump in and go for it because in 90 days, you could be having a different conversation with yourself. Like between now and the start of January 2023, if you put that work in between now and then, your 2023 could look a whole lot different from day one.
Yeah, it's going to be a eye-opening experience. And it's funny because I was just on my phone typing in something because that was just so powerful is that with both COVID and now the recession, one back to back, you now get double tapped, and it just shows how insecure a 9 to 5 is. Even though they talk about a salary, I had to write that down because I think that's going to be a post later today of how powerful that is. On that, you really do need to take your business in your own hands and your security in your own hands. I'm literally, this will go on another topic because I don't want to explain the whole thing, but I want to buy a little, obviously real estate, but I want to buy a little piece of land with like a little farmland just for having that security on another level, right? Because you build out all sorts of, get eggs and chickens and all sorts of good protein. So, but it is important to take security in your own hands, and you can definitely do that with an online business. So if you want to check out our 90-day cash flow challenge, definitely check out the link down below. Anything you want to add?
No, guys, just literally don't give in to the fear that is all around you. Don't give in to the negativity that is all around you. You can still be successful. You still don't have to rely on that boss that you probably hate, probably wants you to make a coffee in the morning. You want to tell them to do one. It doesn't have to be that way for the rest of your life, guys. Go ahead, take a look at the link below and go give yourself the opportunity to change your future.
That's it. I think that's great. Change your future, change your life.
Awesome, guys. So thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. If you liked it, 100% sure, give us a like, comment, let us know that you're watching, listening, and what you think. And we will see you on the next episode.
Peace.